This new version of the Supertrend uses artificial intelligence to detect trends in a way the old one simply can't. It doesn't just follow price, it learns from it. It looks at the market through a more advanced machine learning technique, analyzes data in real time, and adjusts itself more properly based on how the trend is actually behaving. This isn't your usual moving average or trend line setup. It's smarter, faster, and way more adaptive. I'll walk you through how it works, how to set it up, and how to use it to find better entries and exits. So let's get started. First of all, open up your TradingView chart. I'm going to be using this throughout the video. I'm going to be using GBP/USD on the 1 hour time frame. You can use any that you like. Then head to the Indicators tab from here. Here, search for Supertrend AI Clustering. The one we're using is published by LuxAlgo. Add it to the trading chart. Now, once you've loaded it up, this is what you're going to see. Right away, you'll notice these buy and sell labels appearing on the trading chart. These are the key points where the indicator detects the beginning of a new bullish or bearish trend. Each label also comes with a number. That number is extremely important. It's a confidence rating from 0 to 10, where 0 means very weak, and 10 means the signal has high statistical strength based on how the clustering model is interpreting the data. As a general guideline, 0 to 3 is considered low confidence, 4 to 6 is moderate, and 7 or above indicates strong conviction in the signal. Along with the labels, there are two lines you'll want to pay attention to. The first is the initial trailing stop line that appears alongside each signal. This acts as a dynamic stop-loss level that moves with the price, basically your first level of risk control. Then there's the second line, which is the AMA, or Adaptive Moving Average. It functions like a longer-term trailing stop, but with some intelligence built in. It adapts to recent performance and can help you stay in a trend longer or warn you when price might be weakening. Also take note of the candle colors. This indicator uses a gradient color system to help visualize the strength of the trend. Brighter, more saturated colors suggest strong momentum, while fading or duller tones may signal weakness or potential reversal. This makes it easier to interpret the context of the trend visually, especially if you're entering a bit late after the initial signal. Now, if you look over to the dashboard on the chart, this is where things get really interesting. The indicator is actually testing a whole range of Supertrend settings in the background and grouping them into clusters. The dashboard shows you how those different clusters are performing. You'll see stats like the cluster size. Larger clusters generally indicate more reliability. The dispersion value tells you how tightly packed the data in that cluster is. Lower dispersion usually means cleaner, more consistent signals. And the factor column shows the average Supertrend factor for that group, which determines how far the trailing stop is placed from price. Higher factors equals to looser stops, and lower factors equals to tighter stops. Now, let's jump into the settings for a second. You can open the settings of this indicator from here.
Do you feel like everyone around you benefits from artificial intelligence, but you have no idea where to start? Don't wait any longer. Start today. Our free trading bot is simple to use, powered by artificial intelligence, and can earn you up to 1% profit every single day. Over 500 members have already joined. Click the link below now to get free access. This is your chance to harness the power of AI and take a step toward a financial boost.
The ATR length controls how sensitive the indicator is to price movement. Shorter lengths react faster, while longer lengths smooth out the noise. The factor range and step size control how many different Supertrend settings are being tested and how precisely they're spaced. The performance memory setting defines how much weight the system places on recent data versus historical data. Higher memory means faster reaction to current price action, while lower memory smooths things out with more long-term perspective. Then there's the cluster selection, where you can decide if you want signals based on the best performing clusters, average performers, or even the worst. Depending on your trading style, this gives you flexibility to be more aggressive or more conservative. You'll also find options like maximum iteration steps and historical bars calculation. These affect how deeply the indicator analyzes past market data. If you want more precision, you can increase these, but keep in mind it might take a bit longer to load. All right, now let's talk about practical usage. Just because the indicator gives you a signal, even a strong one, doesn't mean you blindly enter the trade. It's best to combine these signals with your own chart analysis. For a bullish setup, you want to see a buy label with a confidence score of 5 or higher. That's your first clue. Then check the price action. Is it breaking out of a resistance level? And especially if the breakout candle is brighter green in color, that's confirmation. The initial stop loss can be placed just below the trailing stop line, and you can watch how price behaves around the AMA line. If the AMA is holding as dynamic support, it's another good sign that the uptrend has strength. Sometimes it makes sense to wait for a small pullback toward one of these levels before entering, especially if the initial breakout looks extended. Now, for a sell setup, it's the exact opposite. Watch for a sell label with a high confidence score, ideally 5 or above. Confirm that price is showing downward momentum, maybe breaking out of a range or failing at resistance, or breaking a support level. If the candle gradient shifts into deeper reds and the trailing stop line forms above price, you've got a solid case for a sell trade. Again, the AMA line can act as a secondary confirmation if price respects it as dynamic resistance that reinforces the trend. If a pullback comes close to the stop or AMA line and price rejects again, that's your cue. If you see signals with very low confidence scores like a 1 or 2, be cautious. That often suggests either a weak trend or possible retracement. Here's another clean example of how to combine AI signals with momentum confirmation. So right here, we get a fresh buy label from the Supertrend AI clustering indicator, and the confidence score is 5, solid enough to catch attention. But before entering, I quickly check the Andean oscillator below. At the same candle, the green line is above both the red and orange lines, which confirms bullish momentum. That's my green light, and we can open a buy trade here. You can also set the stop loss below the swing low if you want, and either aim for a key resistance level or let the dynamic trailing stop guide the exit. And just remember, for a sell setup, everything flips. You want the red line to be above the orange line, showing bearish momentum, while the super trend gives a sell signal. That's how you filter smart trades with confirmation. You might want to wait for a stronger signal to appear, or at least back it up with other forms of confluence like support/resistance, volume spikes, or market structure breaks. Also keep in mind, even a high-rated signal can sometimes fail. No indicator is perfect, but when used together with solid price action analysis and context from the chart, the Supertrend AI clustering indicator becomes a powerful tool for trend-based trading. To wrap it up, this tool brings a really innovative twist to the traditional Supertrend concept. Make sure to backtest any strategy before going live and never risk money you can't afford to lose. If you found this breakdown useful, drop a like or subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks for watching till the end. I'll see you guys in the next video.